Hello guys, I'm Ivan Fedorenko, and here I go to celebrate UEFA Champions League that starts this week, and meanwhile talk a little about distribution channels. In our last classes, we went over several important elements of the marketing mix. We defined products, which is the most important and the riskiest decision to make. We defined price, which is the easiest to change, but the most impactful for our bottom line, for financial outcomes of the firm. Even if we get both product and price right, it will not matter unless our consumers can actually access our products and can buy them. Marketing all about exchange. So for this exchange to happen, companies who offer the value offering on the market must meet their customers. The place where they meet is our next topic. The path every product follows on its way from the factory where it's manufactured, from the game studio or Hollywood studio where the movie is produced, and on their way to end customer, to end user, everything that happens in between these 2 points, between the point of manufacturing and point of consumption, all this path is called distribution channel. Basically, distribution ensures that our product reaches customers where they are, at their place. Thus, distribution is synonymous to place. This is the next big P in marketing mix. Distribution includes all organizations such as distributors, wholesalers, retailers, delivery guys, who touches our product on its way from the factory to end consumer. Decision about distribution channel revolves around several important points. We need to meet our customers where they want to buy our product and how they want to buy our product. It can be very different from how we want to sell it. What is convenient for us? For example, if we're a local farmer and we're willing to sell our fruits, the most convenient way will be selling it on our corner from the farm stand. No travel costs, no retail commissions, no risks. One problem: only a few people are willing to buy it there. So at some point, we must agree on a trade-off and sell it through a local supermarket. Well, supermarket gotta charge a commission for that. We will not receive the full selling price. But supermarket can sell much more watermelons because more people are coming there to buy them. The distribution, step by step, goes from raw material to factories, transportation, distribution channels and warehouses, and to the end customer. There is a little confusion up there. Difference between the words supply chain and distribution channel. These two words basically mean the same process, but we use one of them depending on where we are in this chain of events. For example, if we are a distribution channel, here, distribution center, wholesaler, or distributor, everything that happens before our product comes to us, inbound movement, is called supply chain. Upstream, farther up from the consumer, it's all supply chain. everything that happens after our product leaves our warehouse, but before it reaches customer, is distribution. So before we get our hands on the product, it's supply chain. After we release the product, it's distribution. But it's the same process. Don't get confused here. Distribution channels create value by providing one important benefit for customers: convenience. It is convenient for customers to go online and shop on Amazon or eBay or Etsy. It is convenient for customers to visit Walmart and buy all the groceries and household goods they need for a week or two at one place. But why would manufacturers want to participate in this? For this very reason, there are much more consumers willing to come to Walmart. If we have a farm stand on the corner, we can only attract people interested in our fruits and willing to sacrifice time and travel to come to us. And there are just only a few of them. But if we sell through big retail chain, we got millions of people who come there for all of their needs. And they want to buy our fruits as well. Maybe they come for some other goods and products, but they could buy our fruits as well if our fruits are good enough and price is right. So we can sell more. An economy of scale poses that the more we sell, the less our costs, because our fixed costs are distributed on a larger amount of sales. So selling more at the same price is more profitable for a company. Supply chain performs two important functions. First of all, it generates demand by adjusting size of the order, form, and availability, making product available. Factories that manufactures these tables might want to sell thousands of them at once. The problem? No one needs 1,000 desks. So distributors buy these desks from a factory, assemble them, and split into smaller portions and sell directly to consumers or to retailers in small parts. And there are more demand, more people willing to buy one desk than 1,000 desks at once. That's how distribution channel actually generates demand. Another important function is actual fulfillment of the order. Delivery, sending, transporting goods to the customer. Distribution channel is efficient because it reduces the number of transactions and costs involved in making purchases and sales. What I mean? This picture illustrates that if there are a lot of suppliers, for example, of different electronic components, and a lot of builders interested in installing them in the houses they build, every builder must go through all the possible suppliers, contact them, talk to them, negotiate with them, enforce these contracts, and spend a lot of time. And time is money. Transaction costs are costs of activities involved in making purchases. If we can reduce the number of transactions, we could reduce the amount of time and money we spend on them. Reduce transaction costs. And this is what distribution channels are for. Look at the picture above. One contractor contacts all possible suppliers of electronic components, contacts all builders in the area, and each of them has to contact only one contractor, perform only one transaction. It takes less time and is more efficient then. Two basic types of intermediaries, of distribution partners who participate in distribution are wholesalers and retailers. Wholesalers, also called distributors, get the products from manufacturers and deliver them directly to customers or to retailers, and then to customers. Look here, there are two types of distribution channels. Direct channels go directly from manufacturers to customers. Dell example, Dell sells directly through their website only to their customers. Tesla does the same. They do not use any intermediaries. They sell directly to customers. But in many cases, it is more efficient to have intermediaries, such as wholesaler and retailer, on their way from the factory to the end consumer. What's better, direct or indirect channels? And the answer, as always, is it depends. In many cases, direct channels can be preferable. Look at Apple. Before 2004 or 2005, Apple used to sell their products through usual electronic stores, like Radio Shack or Best Buy. But then they realized that in many cases, employees at the retail stores do not understand their product. They are not qualified enough to describe, present, and sell their products right. And they are not qualified to provide required support and expertise regarding these technologically complicated products. So Apple went ahead to create their own stores, Apple stores, with their Apple geniuses and extensive support for their customers. This was a very bright and beautiful solution for them, just like these wide stores are. But in many cases, selling through intermediaries is the only choice. For example, if we are a small hotel on the outskirts of Reno, Nebraska, how we sell our rooms, how we get customers. We can put outdoor billboards on the roadways around. We could launch a website, but only a few people would visit our website and only a few people would stop by our billboards ever. If we sell through some major retailers like Booking.com, we can have access to larger audience. We can attract more customers. Pretty much any customer who is about to travel to Reno would be likely to see our offer. And if the offer is right, they're likely to come to our hotel. But if they can't see us, it doesn't matter how good the offer is. So this decision comprise what we call channel strategy. Channel strategy specify channel types, direct or indirect, exact particular companies, partners involved in selling and delivering our products, and structure. What are the relationships? How products, money, and information travel through the channel. Channel strategy ensures that we deliver our value proposition to customers. Three key elements to consider about the channel strategy are costs. Every organization involved in distribution will want a commission, will want their share, their slice of the final selling price. What do you think? But even more important thing to consider about distribution is about risks involved. I added a couple of videos to this class about disastrous failure in distribution channel. Watch them and let me know what you think. Distribution must also fit product and brand positioning. If we sell some convenience goods, we want them to be widely available, like Coke. If we sell Coke or some other beverages or fast-moving consumer goods, we want to be at arm's length from our customer at all times. We want to be at every vending machine, every convenience store, and every gas station. But if we are luxurious goods, Louis Vuitton bag, we only want to sell this bag through our exclusive stores, where every piece, every square inch of space is delivering and communicating value of our product, where the atmosphere and service in the store emphasizes luxurious nature of our brand. We want to be exclusive, available only in a few locations in the whole world. So everything in the middle between intensive and exclusive is selective, where we select particular stores. We want to be at these stores, but not at these stores. We want to be at Costco, but not at Walmart. Or we want to be at Walmart, but not at the local convenience stores. This is a selective process. The second decision is choosing the type of sales channel. How many channels we want to use? Just one in our store, or two channels through our store and through our website, or three: store, website, and retailer's website, and retailer's store, and wholesaler. How many? And then there's an interaction between these channels, easily illustrated by process like showrooming, when people visit physical brick and mortar stores to try their products, feed them, assess whether they like it or not, and they buy them online at another place at a discount. The opposite is web rooming, when people search online, learn everything about a product, and then go to physical store to buy it, to get the support and service in. This interaction between online and offline, website and physical store, and some augmented reality is called omnichannel. The secret is making this customer journey smooth and uninterrupted as possible. We don't want to worry whether consumers buy our product online or offline, as long as it is efficient for us in terms of costs involved. The third kind of decisions considers the last mile. The last mile is the last touch point before product ends up at customer's hand. Who is the last person to touch the product before the end consumer? It can be not a person, it can be a delivery drone or autonomous vehicle, like those little robots that deliver books from Mountain View libraries here in Bay Area, or it can be some person from a crowdsourced platform like DoorDash or TaskRabbit. It doesn't mean exactly mild. It means it's just the main word here is the last. How we get our product into our customers' hands. When brands use more than one channel, pretty much if they use anything but the direct channel, there will be conflicts between them and their distributors, or between their distributors, or between the distributors and retailers. It's only natural to disagree about things like money. Everyone in the distribution channels wants larger share of the final selling price. They want to charge more for themselves. How we agree on that? And there is timing of payments. It's not a secret that large retailers like Walmart, they do not pay their suppliers right away. They keep money for like half a year. It's typical for Walmart contracts with their suppliers to have a 180 days delay before they pay their suppliers. To continue their operations in this time, their suppliers have to get a loan from the bank and pay interest. And then there is expectation of exclusivity. If one distributor only wants to be exclusive supplier of certain goods. Solution to this conflict can be of one of three ways. It's vertical integration, disintermediation, or franchising. Disintermediation means getting rid of intermediaries and performing certain parts of work in distribution channel yourself, in-house. Look at the conflict between Amazon and FedEx. What happened? Amazon expanded rapidly, and FedEx failed to catch up, failed to expand their capacity accordingly. So they just couldn't deliver fast enough. So the Amazon started doing it themselves, building their own truck fleet and delivery capacities. At some point, FedEx realized that now Amazon trucks compete with their own FedEx trucks. Other way can include franchising, like Marriott. It's no secret that Marriott, like many other chains, do not own all of their hotels. They own some hotels, they operate some other hotels, and they just get paid from many hotels for their name, for their brand. That's franchising. Franchising reduces risks and tensions involved because there is no real movement of goods and services. When we talk about distribution channels, we think about trucks hauling containers across country. But what about digital distribution? Look at these examples from recent events in digital supply chain. Microsoft purchases video games publisher Bethesda to get their games exclusively on Xbox and increase Xbox sales. AT&T launches HBO Max to get a control over distribution of digital content and digital entertainment. And then they go ahead up the supply chain to acquire Time Warner, which is a publisher, manufacturer of movies. On the contrary, Walt Disney, who used to be manufacturer, used to be producer of movies, goes closer to customers by building their own delivery capacity, Disney Plus. These examples of vertical integration up and down the supply chain illustrate how brands deal with channel conflicts. to increase the efficiency and reliability of their distribution. Technological revolution drastically changes the process in the supply chain. Solutions like Internet of Things that will allow vehicles, containers, and goods connect to each other without human participation and react to changing environment independently. Elevate the efficiency, as does GPS tracking and navigating, when consumers can track the path and location of their order at any moment of time. And there are crowdsourced distribution solutions like DoorDash that allows companies to build their own last mile and get some control over delivery of their goods without building this last mile actually, and without investing in it. These examples of digital and physical goods delivery shows us that without getting the channel strategy right, it wouldn't matter how good is our product, how good is our price. If consumers can't buy it, cannot access it, it just doesn't matter. Consider costs, risks, and positioning of your brand to find how we can change our selling process. Take care, see you soon, and viva St. Petersburg.